Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Exclusive, and I'm Meghna Deka. Well, made in India seems to be the top trend in Pakistan. Sounds a bit outlandish, but the shadi trends in our neighborhood, our neighboring country, is heavily being borrowed by India. Watch what's happening there in Pakistani shadis on your screen. They may be banning our films like Dhurandhar, spew venom and lies about India, but fir bhi choice hai Hindustani. That's right. I'm not just talking about the Janta of Pakistan, who have culturally always followed Indian trends, but even the Pakistani political royalty, the Sharif family. Well, on your screens, we are going to get you the Mehendi and Nikah ceremonies hosted by former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif for his grandson, Junaid Safdar. He is also, incidentally, the son of Pakistan Punjab Prime Minister Maryam Nawaz. But why are the Pakistanis trolling Nawaz Sharif? Well, watch the bride. What is she wearing? Lehengas by Indian designers. That's right. On your screens, you can see when they choose India. In fact, let's start at the very beginning. This is Junaid Safdar, the grandson of Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. In fact, he had tied the knot with Shanzai Ali Rohel. She is the granddaughter of a very senior politician of Pakistan. This, what she chose to wear, is a Sabyasachi Lehenga. This was the grand wedding ceremony which was held in Lahore. For her, Mehendi ceremony was held at Nawaz Sharif's family Jati Umrah residence, which is there in Lahore. Shanzai here wore an emerald green lehenga, which is by the celebrated Indian designer Sabyasachi Mukherjee. The lehenga featured Sabyasachi's signature heritage-inspired detailing, contrasting color panels, a thick golden border, and forest green and rose-colored dupattas. Now, this ceremony was followed by the nikah. The nikah, which took place at the Sharif family Jati Umrah residence. In attendance, and that is the most interesting part, in attendance was none other than the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and the Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar. All of them were there at the shadi. For the main wedding ceremony, the bride reportedly wore a red sari by another prominent Indian designer, Tarun Tahiliani. So Tarun Tahiliani and Sabyasachi, the two picks by the bride at a Pakistani shadi which was hosted by the former Pakistani Prime Minister. Look at the irony behind it all. Well, the guest list, as I was telling you, was the who's who of Pakistan, but the chosen wardrobe was clearly made in India, of Indian chic. But now, let's explain why this has been seen as the great betrayal by the Janta of Pakistan. Well, the first reason is that, of course, because she chose to wear Indian designers over all the other Pakistani designers who were available for her. Second reason is that the bride was married to none other than the grandson of the former Pakistani Prime Minister, which is why the optics behind it all looks awful for Pakistan. Also, she is the daughter-in-law of Maryam Sharif, who is just no ordinary person, not only the daughter of the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, but also the sitting current Punjab Chief Minister in Pakistan. The fourth reason is that she herself, the bride herself, is the daughter of a senior Pakistani leader of the ruling dispensation, Sheikh Rohel, who used to be the advisor to the Pakistani Prime Minister as well. And she still chose an Indian designer. Fifth reason is that the nikah was held at none other than Nawaz Sharif's own family residence, Jati Umrah residence in Lahore. The sixth reason why it's embarrassing for Pakistan is because the Pakistani Prime Minister was there in attendance. Shehbaz Sharif was there. Deputy Chief Minister Ishaq Dar, he too was present at this shadi. Now let's give you what Pakistan netizens have been saying about Indian designers' attire being worn by the granddaughter-in-law of Nawaz Sharif. In fact, this is the first one which is coming in, the first troll who says, shame on giving our taxes to India. Very angry about that. The second troll of Pakistan says, Pakistani designers could have made it more made in Pakistani, made it more Pakistani than what Indian designers would have. The third troll says that Indians drool over Pakistani outfits, and look at this instead, is what he says. Fourth one, coming in saying, Mulk gareeb ho gaya, ye log ameer ho gaye. That's another grouse of the common Pakistani man, that these are the people who are living like royalty, making the country of Pakistan, the people of Pakistan, poor. There's another one who says that Pakistani designers are beating Sabyasachi on bridal vibe, but why pick Sabyasachi instead? Those are just a little glimpse of the kind of trolling which is happening of Nawaz Sharif in Pakistan itself. Well, this is not the first time that the family has faced such backlash. In December 2024, Maryam Nawaz Sharif herself was criticized for wearing a Sabyasachi lehenga at her nephew Ziad Hussain Nawaz Sharif's nikah, and that's a picture of Maryam Nawaz Sharif wearing Indian designers. Also, it's not just her. There are others also. Anyone who wears Indian or even dresses up like an Indian. Because remember, in 2023, you had Pakistani actor Ushna Shah. She was trolled for apparently dressing like an Indian bride because she wore a red lehenga, and she was told that why is she dressing up as an Indian bride. Of course, she had replied to her trolls, but this is the kind of trolling which happens for anyone who's even perceived to be wearing something like Indian. And I'm going to contrast India with Pakistan. Well, there you have it. In India, if you look at the GDP projections by the IMF, India is projected to grow by 6.4% to 7.3%. Pakistan, Surrender Pakistan as we are calling it, Pakistan is expected to grow only by 3%. Not just that, a couple of other parameters that we are going to show for you. The global ranking. India is ranked as the 4th largest economy. Pakistan is the 42nd largest economy. Well, the difference is there for you to see yourself. Financial status, well, India is the preferred investment hub. When it comes to Pakistan, they have been repeated sovereign defaulters. Everyone knows about the way they have to go with a begging bowl to the Western world. In India, has a forex of over $700 billion. Pakistan's forest reserves, and well, barely any of it, is about $19 billion. That's the forest reserve that Pakistan has. FATF status, let's not forget, financial transparency leader, that is India when it comes to the FATF, which is funding of terror activities. When it comes to Pakistan, they have been under scrutiny over terror financing. They have been in and out of the grey list, may just return to the grey list if their diplomacy fails. When it comes to India, primary output is that of tech, of pharma, of digital public infrastructure. What's the export for Pakistan? Well, none other than instability in South Asia and also exporting terror. The only two things that Pakistan has given to the world. Well, there you have it. The difference is clear. But now let's tell you about the occasions where Pakistan has embarrassed itself. It doesn't take any other nation. Pakistan embarrasses itself. When it comes to Operation Sindoor, let's not forget Pakistan couldn't even keep its 11 air bases safe from the strikes of the Indian Air Force. Then when it comes to the Indus Water Treaty, India put the Indus Water Treaty at abeyance. After Pahalgam attack had happened, Pakistan appealed to the World Bank. However, they were globally ignored. Then Pakistan became the global pariah as well. They thought after the Pakistani Prime Minister went and met President Trump, they're back in the good books, and right after that, President Trump freezes the immigrant visas to Pakistanis. It's been listed as one of the 75 countries they will not give immigrant visas to. Then, during Asia Cup, which was held in 2025 last year, remember, India won it. But Pakistan, the sore loser, the Pakistani Mantri, who was the PCB chief and who was at the time presiding over it, India refused to accept the winner's trophy from him. So he's still sitting with it, refusing to give India its well-won trophy. So, simple question that we are asking. Is India the acceptable Dhurandhar? And is it time for Pakistan to surrender? Simple one. Let me go across to our panelists. Joining us today on the show, we have Major Samar Paltur, a defense analyst from India. We have Dr. Atikur Rahman, Professor of International Relations, joining us live from Pakistan. Professor Rahman, I'm going to come to you first because I'd like to thank you and your nations for finally showing your political dispensation that you may do whatever you want to India, but India continues to be the top trend for the people of Pakistan, and this includes the Pakistani royalty as well, the political royalty.
Okay, it's a really interesting topic you have selected. Can't you positively view it as a cultural appreciation to your fashion designer? On the other hand, when you are discussing a marriage ceremony, that is purely a private incident. I mean, wearing a specific designer doesn't mean that a country that
Are there no fashion designers in Pakistan? Are there no fashion designers in Pakistan, Dr. Atikur Rahman?
Do not try to link it with the political standing of the country, the position of the foreign policy. Do not. It's only a personal choice. We respect the personal freedom. If someone is selecting the Indian fashion designer, so that's a personal choice. The personal freedom.
So in personal choices, Pakistani choose Indian.
Why you are discovering everything in the in your hated?
Because this is not just any Pakistani. This is the former Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Kindly spare the artist, the film industry, and the fashion designer, the things which are representing culture. Please keep them away. Please keep them away.
I am thanking you, Dr. Atikur Rahman. I actually took it very positively. I said thank you because the people of Pakistan today have shown that for them the top trend will be India, no matter what the political dispensation is. So yes, indeed, I am taking it positively. Major Samar Paltul, would you like to come in?
Meghna, firstly, I would want to really thank Nawaz Sharif because all the money that they have, they are basically spending it to buy the Indian designer clothes. The amount of money that the movie Dhurandhar has received from abroad has majorly come from the Pakistanis. So you see, the narrative and where the trend is going clearly speaks in Pakistan that what is the like and taste of the Pakistani people. And you see, with many Pakistanis, they have a very strong affinity for Bollywood movies, music, and Indian designer clothes. And I think this is a win in the field of art and culture, that the Indian clothing, the Indian designers, our music, our movies are given more preference than Pakistanis giving the same respect and inclination towards their own culture.
But Major Samarpal Tul, isn't it ironic? A film, because you're talking about the movies and the songs, for example, Dhurandhar, this is a film which was banned by the Pakistani dispensation, and today Pakistan is preaching India about being open. Why ban films when your own Janta is dancing to Dhurandhar?
But Meghna, you see, the people who are watching these movies, the people who are dancing to the tunes of the Indian music are basically the Aam Admi of Pakistan who's fed up of the military establishment. They are fed up with the narrative that India is the enemy. They are fed up that India can attack at any moment of time. These are just gimmicks to continue having your own importance. That is the Pakistan military establishment. And to curb this narrative, you see, this is the same political top brass in Pakistan which opened fire at Tehreek-e-Labbaik, Pakistan, in Muridke, where hundreds of protesters were killed in broad daylight. There was an internet blackout. There was censor of journalists and the channels from broadcasting the shootout of Tehreek-e-Labbaik, Pakistan.
Absolutely.
And then TTP workers and the TTP politicians have been arrested, during night raids and during daytime. So
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You can spew all the venom you want against India, but at the end of it, the Janta of Pakistan also knows. And this is proof of that. So, Dr. Atikur Rahman, we are running short of time, so I'll do a quick rapid fire with you if you will play along. First question. Did Pakistan have no designers left to choose from for the daughter-in-law of Nawaz Sharif?
Just wearing a one dress of Indian designer does not mean that we do not have our designers.
Second
we
question.
have everything.
You are saying they are there, but they weren't chosen. Second question. Why isn't Pakistan returning the Asia Cup trophy won by India?
I mean, I do not know how you are mixing the things. I mean,
I'm asking you straight questions.
Sports, the
I'm asking you a straight question. Answer if you have the gumption.
The marriage events and the foreign policy.
Why isn't Pakistan returning India's Asia Cup?
I mean, what kind of topic you are just discussing?
Well, because you being a sore loser, you don't have answers to that.
And at the start of the program, you mentioned that Pakistan is exporting what?
What about India? Pakistan's relationship with Trump. Let's talk about Pakistan's relationship with Trump. If you think that your failed marshal is so close to Trump, why is Pakistan today on immigration blacklist of US?
Another thing. And another confusing you are creating in your program. I mean, you started your program from a fashion designer and ending at our army and the field marshal. I do not know why you people are so much scared from our field marshal.
I will explain it to you. I'll explain the trend which is emerging. You may be in denial, but the rest of the world isn't. That India has managed to be the top trend in Pakistan. That India's Made in India model has the conviction and the gumption not just across the world, in Pakistan specifically as well. And Pakistan time and again comes up as the sore loser. Time for Pakistan to surrender in front of India, the Dhurandhar. Let's just leave it there. Thank you so much. Appreciated gentlemen joining us. Major Samar Paltur as well as Dr. Atikur Rahman for joining us here on the show. Without a short break.